Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. I'm bringing you the long-awaited champion of 2022 for the Larceny Barrel Proof releases. That's right. We finally got our grubby little paws on C922, which for my PA viewers, good effing luck, alright? For those that are not in on the little PA secret here, PA has been selling A122 all damn year. It's almost a year since when A122 was released, and PA is still selling A122 online. People call and ask and type the message block, what one do you have, A, B, C? It's always A. Always A. As far as anyone can tell, maybe one case for the entire state of the Pennsylvania was released of the B, and C is nowhere to be seen. So, literally the only bottle I was able to get myself this year was the A. So big shout out to my buddy Trenton for helping me with the B, and big shout out to my buddy James for helping me with the C batch. If it wasn't for Trenton and James, we'd be sitting here with A122 going, I guess that's the best because we didn't get to taste the rest. Now, other exciting news is that Breaking Bourbon just crowned Larceny Barrel Proof C922 as their whiskey of the year. So that's a bold statement. We'll see if it pays off for them, Cotton. Now tonight, my wife has poured these blind for me. And I decided to do that because I just want to do the best of the year. But like always, we are going to go over the bottles real quick for you to recap. The January release, Larceny A122, came in at 124.4 proof, compute, 62.2% alcohol by volume. So just 124 proof powerhouse, baby. All of these, secret, all of these are aged 6 to 8 years. It says so on the back. It's not prominent, but it says it's a blend of 6 to 8 year old bourbon. And these are wheated bourbon, in case you didn't know that. Larceny is from Heaven Hill, and it is their wheated mash bill. Regular Larceny is pure garbage. Larceny small batch, 92 proof. I wouldn't give that to a homeless man. I think I dumped mine down the drain. It was terrible, undrinkable. Even after a year of waiting and trying, couldn't even mix it in cocktails. Tasted like a horse's ass. So, do not like regular Larceny small batch, but Larceny Barrel Proof is fire. I had to stop myself from drinking what's left of this A batch here. Next up, the B series, B522. Thank you again, Trenton, for this one. Coming in at 123.8, compute, 61.9% alcohol by volume. No idea where Trenton got this. It was not in PA, I'll tell you that. Also delicious, as you can see on the fill level here. My brother-in-law and I, this was like our campfire whiskey when we went to the cabin. So if you're going for top campfire whiskeys, this is a good one. It's not too expensive, and it is damn delicious. Now, MSRP on all these, if you could find any of them in PA besides the A batch, is $49.99. A lot of people incorrectly think that these are $60, $65, the same as Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. That's not true. These are actually MSRP $50. Now, most places do charge $65 or $70 for them, and that's still an okay price, but just be aware MSRP is actually $50. Right here, Breaking Bourbon's Whiskey of the Year, Larceny C922, coming in at 126.6 proof, compute, 63.3% alcohol by volume. A barrel burner, I believe the highest proof release ever for Larceny Barrel Proof series. Also 6 to 8 years old. So, I mean, let's see what the hubbub is about. I had a couple pours out of this, gave a few samples away just to air it out so we can be more fair, because those bottles back there have a lot of air in them. Then let's see if this really is Whiskey of the Year worthy. Alright, first up in our Gold Glencairn. Let's give it a whiff. Oh my God, what a delicious wheater. Chocolate. Just like all, just like it's like a Hershey's bar melted in here with a little bit of alcohol in it. Mmm. Milk chocolate. I'm getting some oak on this bad boy too. For, I mean, you know, 8 years old isn't young, but it's not old. This is all like chocolate oak. A little bit of confectioner sugar on top even. Let's give it a sip. God damn, that's good. That's whiskey of the year worthy right there. Mmm. Mmm. It's all chocolate, caramels, a little bit of seasoned oak, confectioner sugar, hint of red fruit in there. Fantastic. Obviously the proof comes through. It's anywhere from, you know, 123.8 to 126.6, somewhere in there. We're not good enough to determine which one that is by proof alone. Alright, next up, the red. So this also smells chocolate, but it's like a Snickers bar. It's like chocolate and a little bit of peanuts in there. Maybe a little bit of peanut brittle. Gosh, but it's also like a Whopper. It's like a malted chocolate too. That undertone of oak is there. This is a little bit... It's different. It's different. It's got a little bit more red fruit, and then that like peanut brittle, peanuts note. Not bad, not young, just layered right under the chocolate. Boy, this also smells delicious. Let's take a sip. Another good one. Again, it's chocolate. The peanut note is present here. A little bit of red fruit, and just a small amount of oak. Nothing gonna hurt you. The defining difference between the gold and the red is the presence of like a peanut flavor in the red. It doesn't detract from it. I'm not a big fan of peanuts. I know it sounds weird. I'm a kind of a Knob Creek fan, but like they're 12, 15, 18, which is kind of peanut free. Booker's is okay, but Heaven Hill has that nuttiness too. So it reminds me kind of more though of like a Jim Beam nuttiness, to be honest. Alright, the blue. Let's give it a nosing here. This one's more similar to the red than the gold. It's also got the peanut flavor to it, chocolate. There's more oak here though. The oak's dialed up a little bit. There's also a little bit of red fruit. These are fairly similar, except the gold does separate itself a little bit more than the blue and the red do. Let's take a sip. Gosh, that is good. That's all just peanut butter jelly. A little bit of chocolate. I'll tell you what, all these are fantastic. All of them are buys at MSRP of $50. And if you have to pay $70, they're buys at $70 as well. Very close. I don't know which one's leading right now. I'm going to go back through these off camera, and then we'll reveal the answers to you. Alright, and we're back with my rankings and results for you. So in first place, it was the Blue Glass. The Blue Glass just had a little bit more oak to it, longer finish, and kind of a little bit more complexity of flavor going back through them. So that's why it won. Second place was the Gold Glass. Just that milk chocolate, like I said. And the peanut was dialed back. Which I'm not the biggest fan of nuts on my bourbon. But I don't mind it depending on how well done it is. But that got second. In third place was the red. The red just had the most peanutty peanut taste, if you will, and I thought it lacked a little bit of the complexity and a little bit of the oak of the blue and the gold. So I placed the red last. Now, as to which is which, no idea. Let's grab the answer key and find out. Got the answer key right here. In last place in the red is A122. Alright, it was still good, still a buy, but it did get last. So we'll skip to number 1. In number 1 in the Blue Glencairn tonight is C922. Well, son of a bitch. I guess Breaking Bourbon was right in that it was the best of the year. So blind, I did pick the blue. Second place for me was B, was the gold. So B522 was a gold, that got second. All good. C922 is slightly better than the B, I think, and maybe a step above the A, the red. So I would say it's probably the best Larceny Barrel Proof ever to be released is the C922. I've had some samples of the ones from 2021, and they weren't as good in my opinion. And I know that the ones prior were sometimes considered really horrible or really bad. So I've never had them, but that's what I've heard. That's hearsay, if you want to say that. But 2022 has been considered the pinnacle so far, the Larceny Barrel Proof series. Definitely find to see if you can. I think that is the best one. If you can't find a C, a B is also sufficient. And if you can't find either one of those, order online from PA Fine Wine and Good Spirits. You can get yourself an A. And you also won't be disappointed with that either, for $49.99 plus shipping. So if you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.